What's up, world?
You didn't count.
I told Tina we're going to do a count-in on this one, and I just left it.
Yeah. Was that done on purpose?
It was. Just to keep everything candid.
Very natural. Want to chat?
Yeah, sure.
How are you, babe?
I'm good.
How's your week been?
I had a busy week. Mm-hmm. Somewhat busy. Yeah, actually, it was very busy.
Last week. What's today? Thursday.
Today's Thursday.
Week.
Time is flying by.
Yeah, man.
This summer is just crazy.
Yeah, last year at this time you had COVID.
Oh, yeah, I had the vid.
Next week you had COVID.
Yeah. That's crazy.
You tested positive, right?
Yeah, a bunch of times.
Or did we just...
Yeah. We did
and
a
then
bunch
like
of
you
tests.
were fine in like a week.
No, it was quick. It was like 3 days. I was fine.
Yeah, but I didn't let you come
You
out of the
locked
basement.
me down. Tina locked me down. She'd put food outside the door, and then I'd have to grab it like I'm some jailer.
Yeah. I gave you more than food. I gave you so many things.
She gave me a lot of love and kindness.
Mm-hmm. Good times.
My baby's kind. How you doing?
I'm good. I also took the whole week trying to find some kind of trip for us, which we finally did today. So I'm so happy.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a rewarding feeling when you spend so much time like finding something, you know? And I feel like I was all over the world because I'm looking at so many different places.
You were saying that today. Like I called her from work, and she's like, isn't it? It's like kind of fun, like doing all this research. I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, yo, how the hell do you do this?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
People tell me that all the time. They're like, I hate this part. This part is the worst part. I'm like, this is my jam. Actually, one of my friends, Sarah, if you're listening or watching, hi. She told me, she's like, you should do this as a job.
Seriously, like you're finding like crazy budgets.
Excuse me.
You are excused.
Literally every time you press this button, my throat becomes the tickliest throat of all times. Thanks for the water.
You're welcome. What was I going to say? We were talking about traveling, right?
Yeah, so we're
okay.
going. Should we say where we're going?
Yeah.
No.
Why?
It's a surprise.
We're on different pages on that.
Yeah, actually, I was going to say how different we are in terms of COVID. That's what I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
When I had COVID, James was like, I was in the room upstairs. The door is open. James is coming in and out. The second time we're thinking
I was
got
chilling.
it 2 times.
I literally was chilling with you.
Yeah, and last year I got it in July. You got it in August, so it wasn't from me. But like we're so different. I'm like, I was thinking about how when this door is closed in the basement, I was gonna put a towel underneath to keep the virus because we were going on vacation then too. And I didn't want to get sick, and I didn't want any of the family. It was with the whole family.
Yeah, and you literally had to make a compromise with me to, like, you said, okay, just put a chair and sit at the side of the bed if you're going to be in here. Because remember, I would just come and lay down
He would come, lay down beside me, kiss my head, like want to sleep there. I'm like, no, you're going to catch it.
But the thing is, we were locked down though anyways. It wasn't like I was going out running around.
No.
But I did test negative like every time.
Yeah, we tested every day. We have a lot of tests. So every time if you had to go to work or something. And last year you weren't busy. So
I was dead last year.
last year you were chilling. So busy up here though.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Actually today.
Yeah. My joke was very funny.
I actually didn't catch it.
I said busy up here though. Your work
That's
was
hella inside.
No, because you were busy in your
I
mind.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
No, we talked about it last episode.
True.
Yeah.
Still busy in the mind. That's what you get. Trying to put me on blast.
No, I can put you on blast very easy. It's not putting you on blast.
When you asked me how things were going, guys, I just stepped out for a minute to go grab something, and I was going through this parking lot. And you know those moments when you're driving and you just like, you're just driving. So like I drove past like through the parking lot and like someone was coming, but there was clearly lots of space.
Okay.
Like there was enough space for them to like slow down and see me coming and anticipate that I was just going right through. Totally my bad. And the person just honks and they're like, "You effing idiot. What are you doing? Oh, F you." And I was like, it's like those moments where you want to like react, but like you're wrong, but it still gets you upset and you still feel like, yo,
why are you treating me so bad?
Exactly. Those moments get me.
I have had many of these moments, like driving, not because I'm at fault, but because people have road rage.
For some reason, Tina always gets people in roundabouts trying to turn into her.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
I know. It's crazy because I take that road every day for work.
And you know what? It always happens when you're with me. It never happens. Okay, I wouldn't say
people
never.
People are staring at me. I'm too cute.
You're drawing them in. Tina's like, aura.
They see me, they're like,
yeah, they just hook a hard left.
I am obviously joking, so simmer down, everyone. Yeah, that happens to me. But when I know that I'm at fault, I like sincerely show I'm so sorry, and they're not mad anymore, and they feel bad for being mad. Yeah, that's always a good way. My God. His phone wasn't on silent.
It wasn't.
He asks me 300 times before, and mine is always on silent. 2 wins for me, 2 W's.
Tina's racking in the dubs. Tina's reeling in those dubs.
Okay, so today we have a fun story time for you guys, because this is one of the most uncomfortable.
Honestly, this was the worst. Like when I think about it now, I'm like,
for a long time, you didn't want to talk about it. Like, I wanted to be like, babe, remember? He's like, I don't want to talk about it. And it's not like anything we did. Yeah. We just experienced it. So it's not like, oh, he was in trouble. That's why there's no. Like, you genuinely.
I just didn't want to talk about it. Like, it just sucked.
So I think before we get into it, one thing I want you to know is, when we are in the situation feeling like that, you should say something. Okay,
let's give a little backstory.
For sure.
So as we spoke about on the last podcast, last episode, how I had an awkward time saying things.
Oh, okay. True.
This was like probably the peak of that phase.
Yeah, what a great transition.
Everything was boiling up. Like I was ready to pop.
Yeah. This was our first. We were married. It was our 1st year anniversary, because after that country, we went to Paris. Remember?
Okay.
Because we went there and we got a tan, and then we went to Paris, and it was our 1st year anniversary.
You have a way better memory than me for that stuff.
Yeah, you don't remember?
No. I guess so. It would have been the following winter.
No. So we went there in like July or beginning of August, or a weekend in August. And then we came back and went to Paris.
Okay, let's tell them what's going on.
We went to Josh and Kelly's wedding. Yeah. And then like 2 days later, we went to Paris.
So explain this to everybody.
So 7 years ago, so we met a couple on a trip to a beautiful island.
Costa Rica.
Don't say it.
Why?
We weren't supposed to say anything.
Who cares?
All right, if they're watching. This is for you.
This is for you, 100%, yeah. We were gonna try and keep it anonymous. We're not gonna use names or anything, but if you're watching, you know who you are, and hopefully you've changed.
Yeah, straight up. We met a couple. We really hit it off with them, and we hung out for the rest of the trip most of the time.
Yo, we had such a good time with these guys.
Yeah, especially I think we vibed in different ways. Like for me and girls, I can get along with like anyone, just like you and guys. But this guy was like you.
Yeah, this guy. So for me, when we
in sports, like
just very energy. Like energetic. Like we were in the pool one day for like 8 hours, literally throwing a ball back and forth, and then we made like 10 different games out of it.
And then you brought in a group of people who we all had names for them, remember?
Yeah, there was an old guy, we called him Wisdom, and we called him Wisdom right to his face, and he loved it.
Yeah,
and you was called so competitive.
All of them in front of their face. Like it wasn't like a mean joke.
Yeah, like an inside joke or anything. No, we were just like, Like everybody had their crew names. It was pretty fun. Like it was a really, really good time.
It was such a good time. And yeah, we met, like we had a group of friends that were there and we met them all. But this couple in particular lived very close to us. So we were able to kind of keep in contact with them a few times after the trip, and we saw them. They even came over like personally to someone's house that is close to us.
Yeah, we had dinner with them.
Yeah, we had dinner with them. We had another dinner plan, and it was around your birthday. And they kept telling us about how they have this place that they go to every August
like
for
a
3 weeks.
vacation spot they had. Yeah.
Yeah, and that we should go and join them because they're there for 3 weeks. If we wanted to join them for a few days, they would love that. And you know, they were so normal, so sweet, so kind, and we took them out like in Toronto, I guess.
Yeah, it was like
they met some of our like family. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
we had a basic like friendship, like a legitimate friendship we were developing with this couple.
Yeah,
and we were having a good time.
Yeah, it was like easy going. It was just so nice. It was really nice.
Yeah,
so
loved it.
Also, we were very, I guess, young at that point.
Well, the thing is, it's like when you get married, it's like you want to find like
couple friends.
You want to find couple friends who can like do the same things as you at the same time. They're kind of in the same stage of life. It's nice to have that.
They were much older than us, but we vibed
I wouldn't
with
say
them.
much. Were they like just like 10 years?
Yeah,
max.
Well, like
I guess.
Usually.
I guess, yeah.
Anyway, whatever.
We're just beyond our years in maturity. That's what I think.
We are wisdom. We should have been called wisdom. So we felt comfortable with them. And then a few times after that, they mentioned again, we're going and like, you guys should come and stuff. And then they went, and I was texting with, I think, the girl here and there, or you were with the guy. It doesn't matter. We decided, you know what? We have this weekend free. It was like 4 days, 4 days.
Yeah.
And maybe we can go, and like it's such nice weather there. We'll go to the beach. We'll like get a tan, and it was our anniversary soon. So I was thinking I'm gonna get a nice tan for the other trip. And at those years,
it was like the perfect setup. It was a good time. Yeah.
And those times we were taking like 8-9 trips a year because we didn't have our cat either, and it was we just got married, so
we were traveling quite a bit.
Yeah, it was really nice. So we went. It was really nice. First day we got there, they picked us up even from the airport, even though we wanted to, take a taxi.
Yeah, we were going to get there ourselves.
And then what else happened? Like little things, like we went grocery shopping.
Oh, we were grocery shopping, splitting groceries.
Yeah, and we were like, James and I would talk to each other and be like, they're so sweet. That's so generous of them to invite us. And obviously in the comments of like inviting us, they were like, obviously you guys are just staying with us. We have an extra room. So like you don't have to worry about
anything, basically. That's what it was. Like don't.
So they invited us, So we're like, okay, this is really nice. Once we get there, we'll get groceries. And then once we're back, this was our plan. We'll invite them to a really nice dinner with our whole family, or to a really nice restaurant, and kind of just show how appreciative we are.
Yeah, show them our gratitude.
It's not about that, but we had that in our mind.
We had that plan. Anyways, we were like, we were out on the beach, like having good times every day. And like,
well, we were there for 4 days, but the weirdness started probably the second day. For me, because you weren't in it. Yeah,
I was like,
I told you about it.
I was chilling with the husband. We were just doing the same old thing, throwing balls.
That's just playing, And weird stuff started to happen. Like,
what was the first weird thing?
Should I say it?
Heck yeah.
Like, it's kind of...
Say it, man.
Okay.
It's weird.
So the first weird thing was the third morning, the second day when weird things started to happen. The first one was about, there was a chapstick in this person's bag, and she had, either her or her husband had left the bag out in the sun, and the chapstick melted. And the girl kind of freaked out in a very aggressive way, and it kind of scared me. I was like, oh, that's so strange.
I see your true colors.
And she's a very fit, beautiful, fit person.
She was jacked. She was doing
very fit, like
dedicated.
Really cool, dedicated. Yeah, they were really nice.
Both of them were.
They are nice, and we're not saying they're not. Some things, I guess, we don't know what happened.
Still to this day. Continue, babe. Continue.
So that was the first weird thing. Then I'm like, you know what? It's really hot. Like sometimes people get really,
Irritated. I do.
Yeah. So I was like, it's cool.
I get snappy even.
Yeah. So that's the perfect word to describe what happened. She snapped a little bit. But you guys were far, and I was kind of like looking at you like
I was probably just in the zone, like, yo, throw it deep.
they were throwing the ball. And, I definitely enjoy my relaxing time laying on the beach and all that. So that was the first one. Then the morning, like we went to dinner, we had lunch together. We would go in and like take a nap, go back out. In the evenings, it was kind of stormy. So like I was always trying to get this guy to get out of the water because there were apparently sharks there. So it was really nice and relaxing. Third morning, I get up in the morning. We get up early all the time. And these guys did too because they worked out or went for a run or whatever.
We were on the same schedule, literally.
It was really nice. So when I went, I saw that the girl was out in the balcony area. Looking at the ocean. I'm like, oh, this is so nice. So I went to kind of like put on some water to make myself some tea, and I went out and I was like, hey, good morning. Crickets.
Really?
Yeah.
See, like some of the stuff, like what Tina's saying, I 100% back her. So if anybody wants to say this wasn't real, this didn't happen to her.
Yeah, I mean, I did tell you about it.
You told me, yeah, of course. But it's like I feel the vibes. I didn't see fully what was going on in the beginning, right?
But anyway, that was my experience. You didn't have any weird experience with the guy. Nothing.
No, neither did you.
Neither did I. Throughout the whole thing.
So that was the second thing.
That was the second thing. So I said it again because obviously sometimes you can't, and the ocean is right there, whatever, you can't hear.
Yeah.
And nothing. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And she got up and went inside. I was like, what the hell? What just happened? And then I just sat there. I didn't go after her, be like, hey, did you hear me?
Yeah.
So I sat there and she came and she's like, so what do you want to do today? Something like that. And I'm like, oh, whatever you guys want to do. We're down for whatever. Whatever. So we like went to the beach again, went to the town and
we didn't
had
have
ice cream.
plans. Like we had no plans.
No, we went there to hang out.
Yeah, like
and go to the beach and hang out with them.
This is your spot. Like you let us know what you want to do. Show us around.
Yeah, I don't know if we were expected to get our own car or do our own thing. I don't know we don't know
it
what
was very unclear.
Yeah.
Anyways,
we thought we were there to hang out, and we were. That's the impression that we got, and through the conversations we had. And so that day was fine. We went to the other beach, and
that was that day.
Yeah, where we got ice cream. We walked around,
playing in the waves.
Yeah, playing in the waves. And another story within that story is the bee. You want to tell that story? Because I have most of this to tell. Where the bee? I
can't remember because I just came running to you.
Yeah, well,
so you tell it. It's okay. You can tell it. You have the experience. I'm here to back you up.
No, this is not part of that story. It's just the bee story where you sucked my toe. That's the story.
So long story short, Tina.
We were boogie.
Just say it.
What's it called?
Boogie boarding.
That's what it's called, right?
Paddle boarding.
No, that's different.
Okay, boogie boarding.
Boogie boarding, and a bee was on the shore, I guess, drowning, and it stung my toe. And I was like, ah! And James and I were boogie boarding together. And it was so fun. I was like, oh my God. And I looked at my toe. Next thing I know, James dives for my toes.
I was like,
he's like, what happened? I was like, I think a bee. Yeah, there's a bee there. It stung me. He's like, he's like, I gotta get this thing.
Trying to get the stinger out.
It was so fun.
It's like the worst thing. I just found out that's the worst thing you can do.
No way.
Yeah, it's like squeeze it and like try to suck this thing out.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah. I was like, yo,
so
you
cute.
attack my wife, my bride, my newlywed bride.
I had sand, like salt water.
Yeah.
You went for it. And he's a diva, so it means a lot.
I am not a diva. In particular. No, I'm not even particular.
Yeah. So we went out for lunch, like we went paddleboarding after. Again, cute things that James does. It was my first time paddleboarding, and James just let me paddleboard and swam for like 45 minutes around me. Remember?
Yeah.
So cute. And I did pretty well. I didn't fall.
You have good core strength.
Yeah.
Because you did like, Tina, before our wedding, she did like crazy amounts of ab workouts.
Well, it wasn't that crazy. It was 20 minutes every day. It was like a workout, all body workout, but my body showed it like so quick.
Yeah, those were hard workouts though.
It was. Yeah. And I did it like 5-6 times a week.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Like every day, 5 days a week. Anyway, so yeah, I had good core strength. What's the first weird thing you remember? Because I shared these things with you and you brushed them off.
Yeah. Completely dismissed them.
You're like, it's okay.
That was
like totally
justifying James right there.
Yeah, and I obviously didn't want to make the vacation like bad, so I would let it go too, you know. But then I was so confused because when her and I would interact, it would be really, really nice, and then it would be like she would ignore me.
Yeah. So the first thing that I actually noticed that was like weird was like the whole like the little ant thing. When there's like these like little ants came in. It wasn't very many. It was like maybe 2 or 3, and she like got like really like erratic.
Antsy.
Yeah, antsy. Yo, that was good one.
That was good. That was for Tara.
Happy B-Day.
Happy birthday, Tara.
Yeah. Yo,
Today's our friend's birthday.
Yeah. Our
So these
sister's
ants,
birthday.
Yeah.
So these little ants just showed up, and then she's just like, "We need to call the exterminator. We need to get him in right now. This is unacceptable.
In regards to the ants, she told us, guys, don't leave anything out on the, you know, when you eat, make sure you clean.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. So James was like vacuuming in the house, remember?
Yeah.
And like we would clean after ourselves, but these ants came out not because we left anything.
Yo, they're coming out because that's just like.
They're trying to look for food, man.
Yeah, they're checking out the countertop. And it wasn't even like a colony or anything. It was just a few.
It wasn't even ants.
They were those tiny little
small.
like juja ants.
Yeah.
And then so that was kind of the first red flag, because even the way she dealt with the exterminator, she's like, I thought this was done already. This should have been done. Like, I need you here now. Yeah, it was like very intense. And I was like, that's kind of strange.
Yeah.
Like I caught a bad vibe off that.
Yeah.
It made me feel like super uncomfortable. Like I felt like I was walking on thin ice.
Yeah, for sure.
And I didn't do shit.
I don't think so anyways. And then we went to this mall, this outlet mall.
I'm like spilling watermelon juice on the countertop.
And then we went to this mall. They were like, so what do you guys want to do? This is probably third day.
Yeah.
This is where things got really weird and on and off like regularly. What do you guys want to do? What do you guys want to do? If you want to hang out together, go ahead. You can. We're like, no, it's cool. Like, you know, we weren't sure at this point. We're like, do they want us to like leave them alone or something? You know?
Yeah.
So we did go for breakfast one morning together. We walked, remember? It was
Yeah.
like an hour there, an hour back.
We walked. Yeah, it was a long walk. We went for breakfast and we sat down and we had an amazing conversation with this couple. Okay. Like outstanding conversation with
older
this couple.
Like
an older couple,
in their
yeah.
60s. Yeah.
And they were like, you guys are amazing. Like, oh, we
needed it, you know?
We needed that. Like, because we needed some kind of positive energy.
We needed validation.
And we're talking to them and they're talking to us about God, and we're like sharing like our thoughts on God and like having like a really, really like fruitful conversation, I'd say. And then they were Christian, and then they found out that we were Baha'i, and they just shut down. And I was like,
stopped talking to us.
Yo, what the
So
hell?
we experienced the same thing basically, but in that manner.
Come on, dog. Like we
we're like, so like, how's your food? You know, like
we're like good.
And they would look away. It was so funny. We were dying.
We left and we're like, man, that was like
what's going on? Is this place like this? Like, are people just on and off?
And
here?
we were talking about like not judging and like being open-minded and the world and how the world is so full of judgments and discrimination.
What a trip.
And it just snapped right away. Like
that trip was just full of these experiences.
You know, this trip made me question who I am. Like, it's like, are we like, do we have some kind of weird identity issue that we don't understand that we're being a certain way?
Yeah, or like we attract this type of. I don't think so.
On and off.
No, it's not us. It's them.
Light switches.
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, we even like went out together once for breakfast, and So at that outlet, because they were like, let's go to this outlet. It's really nice. We can buy stuff. We're like, yeah, let's go. So I felt like when we went to that outlet. In the car, I think the couple had some kind of argument. They weren't really that, maybe something.
I mean,
I can't remember.
They beef, but like it felt like it was just like
bickering, but like for fun.
been
And then,
married a long time, it seems.
yeah,
right?
like the girl would always be singing this song with two me's, like the J-Lo song, I Ain't Your Mama. I'm not gonna do your laundry. I ain't your mama. So every time he would do something, she would say that to me. I was like, haha, yeah, woman power, you know. But so at the outlet, we didn't buy anything, and I felt like she kept telling me like, oh, you're not gonna buy anything, like buy something. That's how I felt.
Like we came here for nothing.
Yeah, like basically I brought you here to shop.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, and it's like it was so strange. But again, I would brush it off. I would tell James to just see what he thought. He would brush it off. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm just being sensitive. You know?
And I think like after that, the next part that actually got like where we were just like, yo, F this. Like,
I remember exactly what happened. Why we said F this.
Dinner time?
Yes. So the mornings of those days, those 2
were
other
the
days
same,
were the same. On and off, high, nothing, back. And then at the beach, we were fine. And then we would go to the pool because it was Tara's birthday. And we made her a video, remember, where we both jumped into the water and we sent her the video.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Remember? And we wanted her to take the video for us. We're like, happy birthday, Tara. And we jumped into, that's so funny. It's this time.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. 7 years ago this time. And it seemed like she was so annoyed that we were in the pool because that's where she would do her laps. That was her cardio that morning.
Yeah, but like I was a swimmer. So I would do laps. I was doing laps like crazy.
And she was kind of acting like, why are you guys here? Or why are you swimming?
Yeah.
Like really weird stuff. Like it was really strange. Again, the guy chilling.
Yeah.
The girl on and off. So like her mood. So then, so we had some different vibes there too. And then we went to dinner. That was our last dinner. The next day, we would have left around 6 p.m.
I think what turned that whole situation is that the husband wanted to swim with me. He wanted me to like teach him how to swim. Remember? And she was like, get out of the pool.
He
didn't want to get out of the pool.
Yeah.
She wanted to go upstairs and she's like, come with me. He's like, no, I'm going to stay here. I want to do this.
Oh, yeah.
And then he did. And like, I mean, that's his call, not us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that was kind of like, whatever. I didn't care. Like, who are we to say like, go, bro?
Go follow your wife.
Yeah, no, that's your call.
They've been married at that point for a while.
Yeah. So then we went to dinner.
That was our last dinner. And then I felt like, and now I obviously understand my intuitions, but I felt like maybe what was happening was that she was expecting me and James to do something for them. Like during that trip, take them out somewhere. And maybe we should have. That's
honestly no, but because the thing is that it's not like we never offered anything. We don't offer not to pay. Like it's always a battle to pay or not to pay. And like even at dinner, like we split the bill, which I felt was weird.
Yeah.
And
we split the bill everywhere we went. No? But we would offer like a little back
even
and
when
forth.
they drink and we wouldn't drink. We'd still split it and pay for it. Like we didn't care about that. We were like, cool, let's even get your dinner. Like whatever.
But our main thing was that we didn't want to make it seem like, oh, because you guys are letting us stay here, let me pay for everything. We wanted to treat them later like it was organic. We're not like that.
They
where
didn't
we're like
pay for
tit
anything.
for tat.
They just let us stay in their room. That's all. That's what they did.
Yeah, but is that the expression, tit for tat? Like we didn't like sit there, okay, they did this for us, we're gonna do this. No, we're friends.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it felt like that's how it was, and we were expected to take them out maybe to a really nice dinner. That's why the last dinner was at a really beautiful place, and she had reserved it. And we went, and it was so pretty, and I wanted to see the sunset, remember?
Yeah. She's like, I don't care about sunsets.
She's like, I don't care about sunsets, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, okay, like it's cool. And James is like, no, let's go. It's right here. Like the restaurant was on the beach.
Yeah.
And we went and there were so many mosquitoes. And then she came and you were taking pictures of me. And I asked her to take pictures of us. And I offered to take pictures of her. Anyway, that night was weird. Like she was quiet. And me and the guy, we were talking.
Yeah.
She didn't say a word.
Yeah,
and then she went to sleep.
Yeah. And then the next morning, Tina and I woke up and we're like, yo,
screw this.
Screw this.
We're going to do our own thing.
Yeah.
And remember the elevator?
No.
She was going down and we ended up, because at this point we weren't talking the last morning.
Yeah, like honestly,
no
like
talking.
what the heck happened? Like,
yeah, we don't know what happened. She didn't talk to us anymore. So that day we had to leave around like 5-6 p.m. That was our flight.
Yeah.
So we were going to go to the pool or to the beach. So, and the guy wasn't there. He was probably out for a run.
He went, running or golfing or something.
Yeah,
like
something like that. So she went, I guess we didn't see her. So we got out to go to the pool and she was in the elevator and she closed it and left.
Yeah.
She didn't say hi, nothing. She just
So we were like, yo, F this. We told them, hey, we're going to get out of here.
We're going to get a cab.
We're going to get a cab. We're going to get a cab and leave. They're like, no, we'll take you.
No, he said that. She didn't say a word.
Oh, yeah, he said.
He's like, what do you mean? We're going to take you guys to the airport. Like we said, we picked you up. We're
like, no,
it's
we're good,
okay.
man.
And then we were saying bye. We said thank you and bye. And she's like, hope. She said something and I said something back. I can't remember it. Something like, hope you had a good time. Something like that. And I was like, I didn't. Something like that.
Oh, yeah, I do remember something. I was like, I can't believe you said that. Because I was like, oh.
Don't say anything. And at that point, I was like, to hear. And because I was experiencing it the whole time and just letting it go.
And I was like too much of a freaking wimp to say anything at that point because I feel so awkward.
And you didn't want to make like a...
I didn't want to make a scene. But now, honestly, if it was now, I'd be like, yo, like...
You and her would have had a boxing match. Because she's strong.
Knocking people out. Yeah. I went out to knock out her husband. Her husband was probably going to kick the crap out of me.
Yeah, he was strong too.
Frick, man.
So literally, we said like the most awkwardest day was the last day. That night and the last day where we left. And we were in the airport like, I wanted to talk to James. I wanted to be like, babe, what happened? He didn't want to talk about it.
Honestly,
for like years.
Even now, like the reason why Tina told most of that story is because I think like I blocked it out. Like I can't remember.
Uncomfortable, maybe that's
honestly,
what you do.
It was just such a weird, uncomfortable, annoying, useless vibe. And now we feel like
I was 28, you were 29. Like we were young.
Yeah, and now it's just like not. It's really hard.
I think now we would have probably confronted them.
For sure. We would have confronted
like that's
them.
Something I wish I did. Maybe
had I known them better, like if it was like any one of our friends or I would say something like, or if I felt. Like,
also, so now these are the things that like now we think back. We've never been anywhere with a friend or accepted an offer after that.
No.
And it has nothing to do with the friend. It's just that's so awkward. We rather, even sometimes when we go to like, let's say a place where we have family, we get a hotel. We're like, honestly, and our families are not like that at all. But we're like, we are traumatized.
It's just easier to just deal with ourselves.
Yeah. That was crazy. That was crazy uncomfortable. I can't even believe that happened.
Even thinking about it now, I get bummed out.
Yeah, that's the word. It bums you out because you're like, why did that happen? What happened?
Hopefully you guys didn't get bummed out listening to that.
No, I hope not. No, it's funny because it's like, why? Why did that happen? But we learned a lot of things. And even years later, now even we've learned so much from it. Like for you to speak up and like, not let things go. And
not go on vacations with other couples. No, I'm just kidding.
Not go to... Actually, our fault was that we only had hung out with them 5-6 times before then, including the trip that we met them on.
Yeah, short hangouts too.
Yeah, like maybe 4 hours was max, right?
Yeah, we needed to do some time. We got to do our due diligence.
Yeah, so that's our fault. Should I say the weird part that I found out later?
Yeah. No. I think we could do a part 2.
No, it's privacy.
Okay, say it then. Oh, don't say it if it's anything you feel like is...
It might be like kind of
don't worry
maybe
about
too mean for them, but yeah.
It's just speculation anyways.
It's not. That's the juicy part that I'm sure you guys want to know.
Maybe we'll get a bonus. If we get a couple comments on here saying you want it, then we will say it.
What a cutie. You're one of those
I'm going to lure you in, guys.
Yeah, it was very weird. So more of the story, don't trust like new friends and go stay with them. That's on us. Second, maybe try to woo people right then and there. I don't know.
What do you mean woo people?
Like be like, oh, let me take you out. Let me buy you this. Maybe she wanted me to buy her
be a little
something.
proactive.
Yeah.
Be a little proactive on the situation.
Because we're so chill and we're like, oh, like we'll get them. We'll get them like something really nice. We'll take them out. But we didn't think it was like we had to do it right then and there.
Yeah.
But maybe we should have. That's another thing. More than what we had. And mind you, at that point, we were still living with my parents. Mm-hmm. You were still working in Alberta. So it's like, we weren't very established, I would say. We were saving for a house.
Yeah, no. We were doing pretty good still. Yeah. For our age.
Yeah.
I was working a lot. So were you.
But we wanted to buy a house.
We had goals. So.
Yeah. So, and
no one could get in the way of those goals.
No. And the thing is, if you live here in Canada, especially Ontario, you know how expensive it is to buy a house. So
yeah,
we needed a lot of money.
So guys, I
feel so like
I'm bummed out, man.
This was a bad idea.
Honestly, I'll be better when we stop talking about this.
He brought it up. He said we should do this.
I did.
Not me.
I'm a little being like embellishing this a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
But it was a weird time.
What a time. We have never been back to that part of that country.
We haven't even gone back to the area that happened. Yeah.
We're like, we hate that place. Every time someone talks about it, we're like,
we love it.
That's trash. That place sucks. Because our experience is so bad from there.
It's crazy how experiences can just do that to a place, right? A geographical location. An experience with people can ruin that.
For sure.
And they're two different things.
Yeah. There are so many little things that I left out because the story would be so long, but there was a lot of weird other like girl stuff that happened too.
Cues I did not pick up on.
No, you weren't there.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it was mostly done when it was just me and her.
Behind my back.
And then
behind our back.
Yeah, and then when you got involved, it was all the time.
It's just all hell broke loose.
So yeah, other than that, we have amazing friends. And we love them and trust them. And we never talked to those people ever again.
No, that was it.
That was it. No one ever texted. Nothing ever happened. Because there were such new friends.
No closure.
Yeah, because there were new friends. We didn't like neither of us and them cared to like keep
figure this out.
Yeah,
like,
the relationship going. And yeah. And I don't think we sure didn't care at all.
Yeah.
Like we didn't talk about it. Did you guys see that? I really hope that was recorded. He's
Why?
like shut up, basically.
No, I was saying
that's what it means.
I was saying let's end this podcast.
So
let's end this episode.
Bro.
That wasn't rude.
It's so rude.
I was trying to be low key about it too.
I hope you go back and show
everybody.
the clip.
Show everybody my face. Tina's impressions are amazing.
I have to get rid of my chin. That's why.
Tina, you do my voice.
Yeah. What should I say?
Anything.
No, babe. Just leave it. That's a very famous line.
That's what I sound like. Yeah. That's a
babe. Just leave it.
Well, the power's in my hand right now, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for listening. As always, hope you have a good weekend. Why are you laughing at me?
Because it got so strange.
It didn't get strange.
As always, hope you had a good weekend. Guys, if you don't know, which you do, I bug James all the time.
She's having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Literally just with herself.
This topic was very bumming us out, so we got to have some kind of laugh.
Trying to bring it up.
Let us know if you got bummed out from our story, if you have any stories that are similar, and hopefully you learned something from us.
Yeah,
from our mistakes. Learn from us, guys.
Straight up.
We love you. Thank you for listening and watching. It means a lot to us.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
What a weirdo you are.
I'm probably one of the most normal guys you've ever
It meant
interacted
that
with.
you were awkward, and I'll let it go.
I was not.